It's a great privilege and an honor for me to be here today in front of you. I see that many of you have traveled quite far to come here, and I think it's a testimony to the importance of this event. So great to see you all here, and great to see that so many of you are engaged already in the bigger United Nations family as the representatives of the United Nations Association in Tanzania. That's great, and great to see that so many of you are interested in becoming human rights defenders. I think Mission Coordinator has already explained that the importance of that work, and that it's a long road to travel, but that it's essential that people are engaged in the defense of human rights, and that you as young people will take this work forward. So my name is Helge Flard. I'm a senior advisor in the Office of the United Nations Resident Coordinator here in Tanzania. The resident coordinator himself, Mr. Rodriguez, was supposed to be here this morning, but yesterday he got an invitation by the president to another event that he had to attend. So he asked me to represent him and to also send his apologies for not being here with you. Now let me apologize also for speaking only English today. I arrived in Tanzania only a few months ago, and my Swahili is not yet taken off, if I can say. But if you invite me back next year, maybe I can say at least part of my speech in Swahili. I will not speak for very long, and I'm sorry that I will need to leave you after this opening session to go to another event. But I would like to say a few things. So we are here to mark the 70th anniversary of the Universal Declaration on Human Rights. I think those of you who are familiar with the declaration as such and with world history over the past 7 decades knows that a lot has been done in these 7 decades of the life of this declaration. But I think we can all agree also that a lot remains to be done. And that the world, the way it looks, needs activists like yourself and champions like all of us to uphold the standards of human rights. Now, I think that is also because human rights, like democracy, is an effort that has no end. We can never say that we are finished, that we have achieved everything, and that we can go home to rest, because human rights, like democracy, needs constant improvement and constant work and constant watching to make sure that principles are respected. I can say that no country, even how developed, how rich, how long it has had a democratic system, can fully say that it has accomplished the Universal Declaration on Human Rights. My own country, which is Sweden, which is one of the richest countries in the world, and is often singled out as a front-runner on human rights, it also has big challenges. Some of you might be aware of the Universal Periodic Review Mechanism in Geneva, where countries review each other and give recommendations to each other on how to improve human rights. Sweden in the past UPR process received over 200 recommendations for how to improve its human rights work. So it's a work that does not end with development or with peace. It's an ongoing work. Now, some of you may be familiar with a famous quote by the former UN Secretary General, Mr. Kofi Annan, who recently passed away. He said that there can be no security without development and no development without security. It's an important quote, but not everybody knows that the quote does not end there, because the continuation of that quote is that there can be neither security nor development without the respect for human rights. And I think it goes to show that human rights is the quality of peace, and it's the quality of development. And if we don't have human rights, we can never fully enjoy neither peace nor development. So let's work together in that direction. Now, I think, Mr. Coordinator, you mentioned an important thing, which is that the day before we celebrated the 70th anniversary of the Universal Declaration, we celebrated the 20th anniversary of the Declaration on Human Rights Defenders. It's a less known declaration, but not a less important. While it's true that states have the main responsibility of upholding human rights on their territory, I think the effectiveness of doing so cannot be fully realized without the work of civil society and of human rights defenders. It is human rights defenders who call attention to violations or to risks or threats to human rights. And it's human rights defenders and civil society who also inform international treaty bodies on the performance on human rights. And as such, as human rights defenders, you are crucial in the efforts to achieve the Universal Declaration. I think, Mr. Coordinator, you also mentioned that it's not a task without dangers. And in fact, the United Nations Special Rapporteur on Human Rights Defenders, in his report from last year, in 2017, noted that over 300 human rights defenders were murdered globally in the world, only in 2017. That is why it's important to celebrate the Declaration on Human Rights Defenders, to spread information about it, so that everybody is aware of what it means to be a human rights defender, what the rights and protection are of human rights defenders. Now, let me end by saying that, and I think you also mentioned it, Mr. Coordinator, that if we're going to have another 70 years of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, we need you, as young human rights defenders, to take that work forward. Because without human rights defenders, we cannot achieve the objectives of that Universal Declaration. So with that, I wish you all good luck in this training and good luck in your future efforts as human rights defenders in Tanzania. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Helge, for this wonderful speech, short and clear. Well, kwa ufupi tu nadhani mengi ni yale ambayo tumezungumza, lakini kwa ajili ya waandishi wa habari na vitu kama hivyo, amesisitiza umuhimu tu wa kulinda haki za binadamu, kwa sababu haki za binadamu hazina mwisho wala hazina maendeleo. Kwa sababu hata nchi zao, yeye anatoka Sweden, bado kuna tatizo la haki za binadamu. Juzi tu nchi yao imepata recommendation ya karibu 200 kwenye mchakato mzima wa UPR, Universal Periodic Review, ambao nadhani inakutoka Tanzania na sisi tulipata recommendation zaidi ya 200. Kwa hiyo bado swala la haki za binadamu linatakiwa liwe endelevu na ni kila mahali. Na amesisitiza kwamba haki za binadamu huwezi kuzungumza akitumia msemo wa Kofi Annan ambaye alikuwa katibu mkuu wa Umoja wa Mataifa, kwamba usalama na maendeleo ni vitu ambavyo vinapaswa kwenda pamoja, lakini akaongeza zaidi, hivyo vyote haviwezi kupatikana kama hakuna haki za binadamu. Human rights ndio inapelekea kuwepo kwa usalama, amani, na mwisho wa siku maendeleo yanapatikana au maendeleo endelevu. Kwa hiyo akazungumzia umuhimu wa kuzungumza maendeleo na haki za binadamu. Lakini kikubwa kingine anachosisitiza ni kwamba declaration hii inatakiwa itekelezwe kwa miaka 70 inayokuja, lakini wanao jukumu ya kufanya hivyo ni hawa vijana ambao wako hapa, watakaolinda na kuitetea declaration hii au azimio hili la Umoja wa Mataifa ni hawa vijana ambao wako hapa. Na akasisitiza umuhimu wa kuendelea kujua zaidi ile azimio la watetezi wa haki za binadamu ambao tulikumbuka tarehe 9, kwamba ni muhimu sana, kwa sababu bila kuwepo kwa watetezi wa haki za binadamu, maana yake haki zingine zote tunazozungumza hazitaweza kulindwa. Kwa hiyo kwa ufupi, hayo na mengine mengi kama mambo ambayo yamesisitiza. Kwa hiyo session yetu hii asubuhi imeishia hapa.